Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all those of you in between, it is I, your host, Cranio Dad, coming at you again with another episode of HearthCraft. I am sorry for the delay in this video. We've had a lot going on as of late, just some medical stuff, but I needed to take a little bit of time off of work, and the stuff around the house with kids and wife and the dogs and the yard, and summer being here and hurricane season is just great. So, anyway, all that being said, let's dive into what we're going to be doing today. So last time we built this magnificent beast of a thing behind me, which will fly around a little bit, and I'll show you a little bit more with some shaders on so you guys can get some better looks. And I've done a little bit of work off stream just getting things ready for this part of the project, because like I mentioned in that video, this is not done. This is not all that I had to do. I have some other parts of this that need to happen in the next few days. While I was off camera, some of the things I got taken care of was getting my beacons back in place and burying them down at bedrocks. That way I can continue work on my mine, which I'll show you all at some point. It's rather expansive. It's rather big. It is what it is. I also have them in a very particular location to kind of coincide with what I'm going to be working on in this video, which is building a tower and then a walkway for this skull museum for craniosynostosis. So my intent is I'm going to have stations that go all the way around the skull that show the various different sutures. To remind you guys and to kind of fill you in, the sutures are the spaces between the plates that make up the skull. The skull, when a child is born, is very soft and malleable. That's how the baby is able to get through the birth canal. And that's why we have the soft spots. There are two soft spots when most children are born, one in the front of the face and one at the top of the head. And we all know about that soft spot. Don't poke it, don't prod it, and protect it because the skull needs to form. And also, the skull is malleable because it allows the brain to grow at the exponential rate that it does when a child is growing, especially up through the first few years of life. But craniosynostosis is where those one or more of those spaces, the gaps between those plates, is already fused. And we'll talk more about that as September goes on. But I want you guys to understand that when I'm talking about sutures, I'm not talking about stitches. But I am talking about the spacing between the plates that make up the skull when a baby is born. So one of the ideas that my wife had, again, was based on something that we both experienced while we were growing up at a couple different locations that we both have been to. And the idea is to have a glass walkway that goes all the way around the skull that has little stations that you can learn about each of the sutures and some of the stuff going on with the skull at certain locations. And so 4 of those locations are currently marked with beacons. They are equidistant to the skull, and it's going to make a nice big halo. And I've been doing some mapping using pixel graphs and stuff like that to make sure that I'm going to be able to make the circle the way that I need to. And I've been going through a lot of mindless trades to get more glass. So I'm doing half of the trade that I did in order to get all of the quartz, in order to get a whole bunch of glass, because this is going to be huge. It's going to take a couple thousand glass blocks just to make the walkway alone. But where I'm standing now is going to be the tower, how people will be able to get up to the walkway. So here we are. And I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen just yet, because I've got to figure out how I want to make this work for this video. But the intent is that the next time that I talk to you, there'll be a tower here with a water elevator and stairs, and it'll look all sorts of cool with a huge landing pad. And then there'll be at least the ring for people to walk around. I won't have the stations built this time. That's going to be something, like I said, I'm going to add that later. And then eventually I'm planning on doing an entire walking tour of this as a video. So that'll be coming up probably early, middle September, just as an opportunity for everybody. But that's the plan. So here we go, folks. We're going to do a lot more building as fast as we can, using a ton of resources to make this even better. just a minute.
So, hey everybody. Yeah, had the hope of making this really awesome time lapse showing you the tower that I was going to build. And when I stopped to let my replay recording go ahead and save, it decided to crash all of Minecraft for me. So, we're just going to do a really quick check-in to show you guys what I wanted you to see being built. And then we're going to try a time lapse again, and I've got some extra stuff that's going to maybe help me ensure that this replay issue stops, because I've lost a lot of videos in the last couple of days. It's been a lot. But yeah, let's go take a look real quick. All right, in order to best see this experience, we want to start on this side of the riverboat and come across over here and out this door here. And then we go out the gangplank, and I've started to build another little landing over here because I want people to kind of check out the riverboat. I've heard a lot of people say they've been afraid to go on it because they didn't know if it was done or not. So I want people to actually go on the riverboat and walk through it a little bit and then come on to this area. So I cleared all of this land out, tore down all the trees, planted trees in different positions, built this little dock that goes across. And here we have the welcoming tower. I know it doesn't look very welcoming just yet, but we'll get there. Inside we have the typical water elevator system up and down. I was going to try to build stairs, but after a lot of trial and error, I didn't find stairs that actually looked good or would actually even function well with this build. So if you have towers with stairs that are external that you go to for a lot of your design choices, why don't you do me a favor and link them down below so I could check them out, because I had a real hard time trying to figure out a way to make a spiral staircase going around a tower look effective and pleasant. So anyway, we'll go up top right now. I've got a couple hanging chandeliers just to make sure that this is all mob proof and all that fun stuff. Then up top, we have been playing around with different styles for the top for a little bit. Right now, we're just sticking with glass just because it's non-spawnable. And we're going to have an entrance here for people who want to fly in, because that's the other option, right? Everybody on the server has wings. And if people wanted to come in, they can either walk through the riverboat if they want to, and I would really prefer they do that. But if they don't, they just want to come over here and see what's going on, they'll be able to come in here and land. And then I'm going to have a lectern here with a book that's going to explain everything, and then a staircase that goes way, way, way up. And I'm going to attempt to do another replay. I'm also going to try to do a second account to see if I can get that to work. We'll see. But next up is building at least the pathway, but not the entire thing, for the ring that goes all the way around. And that's probably where we'll check in next. So see you either in a very brief moment or after a really cool time lapse. We'll see.
Guys, I am so happy how this turned out. Getting the glass walkway together really is going to work the way I want it to. I want people to have the visibility of the skull as they walk around. Oh, looks like I got a little raiding party going on over there. That's cute. But I was able to get these rooms built, which are going to house the books where they're going to learn about the sutures as they go through this little tour. And then the one over there that's about the skull, craniosynostosis in and of itself. And I got plans for a couple of things that I want to put on the inside of the skull as well, to kind of just round the whole thing out. But we are going to have to end this video here because it's currently late in the evening on Wednesday, September the 1st. And I wanted to have this video out to you guys this morning. But life seemed to find a way to just not let me get that to happen. So I'm going to end this video and get some editing done, but some really cool things that I want you guys to know. Over the next few days, you're going to see short little videos come out as I do each of the rooms, or at least the sutures, with the book. And I'm going to be talking about what's in the book, and you guys will have some information as I'm putting the book together. And it's going to be a video dedicated to each of the sutures of the skull about craniosynostosis. So it's going to be a really good opportunity for you all out there to learn a little bit more about craniosynostosis in a very short format video. I'm thinking maybe 5 minutes, if that. So be on the lookout for those. And the best way to find out when those go live is to, like, subscribe, hit that bell. You guys know the deal. Also, I'm hoping to get some streams in this week to kind of show this off a little bit as I get things together. So make sure you're heading over to twitch.tv/CranioDad. The link's in the description down below. It's also at the top of my page here on YouTube. And lastly, please do me a solid. Look at all those amazing names of all those fantastic content creators that make up the HearthCraft server, and spend some time observing them, because it is my honest hope that sometime, hopefully this month or early next month, you might see a video as they come through and they learn about craniosynostosis and why I'm doing what I'm doing, and they get to talk to their communities about something that I've been talking about for 9 years. And those kind of things are the things that mean the world to me, is the exposure of something that I know quite a lot of it about to people who have never heard it before. So I really thank you all for being here. It means the world to me. Please leave some comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you happen to find a tower that has stairs that work, definitely want to see those. And be on the lookout for the videos that are upcoming as we talk about the different sutures and the different ways that craniosynostosis has not just affected my daughter's life, but it's affected mine as well. Much love to you all. Stay safe. See you soon. Bye.